Hey there guys, T-shirt booth here, and this is video number 10 for So You Want to Make a Boggle Game. So we have all the touches down, everything's pretty much working the way we want it. So now we're going to start determining if words that they've selected are good words or bad words, and then display some effects appropriately for whatever they've selected. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that they're selecting at least a 3-letter word. So there's a few things we need to do. The first thing we'll need to do is go into display word, and where it says if game.isItAword is true, we want to also add if attribute game how many letters selected is equal or greater than 3. Now we're going to hit back, and we're going to go into the word checker, and this is where it chooses if it is a correct word or not. We're going to select this whole rule, and we're going to hit create a rule in the top here, and we're going to say if attribute game how many letters selected is equal or greater than 3. And then we're going to add another rule here inside here, and we're going to go with attribute game how many letters selected is equal or less than 12, because the most we're going to is a 12-letter word. I'm going to hit back, and let's just test this out here. So let's see. Not good at under pressure here. Is there any quick 2-letter words? It. So IT, it's still red, so it's not a word. Add the S to it. Now it's a 3-letter word, and it's good to go. And we'd accept that, and away we go. So that's what we have for the 3-letter words. That's pretty easy. So now let's go on to an effect. If they select a word and it is a good word, let's add a particle effect like the iPhone Boggle game does. So let's go into the letters, and let's just see here. I haven't tried this yet, but in our rule up here, if game.acceptWord is true, let's try this. Rule, the very top, if attribute game is it a word is true, and let's do and self used is true. And the reason why we're doing self used is true is because we don't want this effect to happen to all the letters, only the ones that are selected, because that's the ones that are part of the word. So let's do a particle effect here. Particles, and let's go 40 particles, 0.2, and lifetime, let's go 0.4. We don't want them to be too long. And before we forget, I think we're going to wrap this in a timer. We're going to say for 1 second run to completion. And the reason why we're putting this in a timer and running it to completion is because these values will no longer be true when these rules execute, which will stop the particles from working. So by putting it into a timer for 1 second saying run to completion is basically saying it has no choice but to run these for the 1 second. And now for velocity and position, for offset, let's do a random. And my blocks are 50 by 50, so let's do a random 25 by 25, which is half the size of the block, and it's actually -25. So which means it's going to spawn anywhere from the left of the or to the right of the block from the center. So 25 pixels to the left, 25 pixels to the right. And then for up and down, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do random negative 25, comma 25. So now it'll go from the center to the top or the center to the bottom. For direction, let's go open bracket, self, time, times 1700 should do it, close bracket, percent 360 degrees. Ooh. So I can go anywhere in the circle. And then a closed bracket. To know if you have enough brackets or not, you have to have an equal amount of open for closed. So I have 2 open, so therefore you need 2 closed. I'm going to hold OK. And we're going to do relative to actor. That's good. For speed, let's do a random speed also. And let's go random 100, comma 200. Should be okay. For size, we don't need anything fancy here. Let's go change size to, and for the opening size, let's try random, I don't know, 60 to 100. And now we want it to transition to a smaller size. So target size, we're also going to do random. And for here, we'll go, let's do 22 by 40. And duration, we'll just go 0.3. Should be good. Now, for color, we're going to have it go change to color. So we're going to have it go from white to invisible. And again, for duration, we'll probably go 0.3, the same as the size. For rotation, click on the E. We're going to go open bracket, self time times 1700, close bracket, percent 360 degrees, close bracket, and I'm going to do plus 90. And then for angular velocity, let's go with 100. Now for image, I have an image here. No, somewhere here. Images, plus sign, desktop, Boggle. There we go. You can use any image you want. I'm going to use a sparkle. If you don't have an image, it'll just use square blocks for you. So let's see what happens here. Let's make a word. TEXT, and we'll accept the word. And there you go. You see we have sparkles there. Let's do it again. Okay, so we have the effect right where our word is. That's pretty cool. I'm going to hit back. I'm going to save this project just in case. And that's pretty much it. It's 9 minutes in, so we'll stop the video here. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.